pass.
Run it back, watch it back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act, and run it back. You see how I act, within I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'm a cat at anything.
It's week 14 of the NFL, and we've got the incomparable Travis Kelce, whose utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Jaguars and the Browns on EA Sports.
Fun times in Cleveland ahead as we join you by the Lakeshore here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one as it are the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of...
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the base we're making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my passions. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just crossing through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'm out. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my feng shui. Now it's like work for 10K all cause it is 10 gamers. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights. Hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head down stage, they were like, see the car going air, they were like,
It's week 14 of the National Football League.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
On second down, here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 16 carries, 65 yards.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
Well, there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to that. Is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Hooker. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Hunt will try going up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. Will go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Hendon Hooker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. Stiff-armed him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I will continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Jackson now. Quick slant to Brown. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be caught for the Browns touchdown. Greg Dulcich, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
On first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Jaguars at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience are on display in that victory.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. Yeah,
sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go. And sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, 28 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again is Jackson. Short throw caught by Dosich. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Hooker. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's what I like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
To throw is Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught here by Dulcich. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Dulcich with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Coup for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a great Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And now timeout is wrestled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll sneak it. Hooker. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Before they're inside the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. Able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw here complete to Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, Let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, that's what gets Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fielded just inside the 20. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for the... Here's Logan Cook now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Flushed out right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Jags first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
There is 3rd and quite a ways. Hooker. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and... They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Hooker to throw it. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Hooker. And that is incomplete. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Now Landry. Call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. In motion right here, Boyd. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a costly turnover there. As a ball will be spotted, 1st and goal. Hooker now on 1st down. Now he's free to midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke down and opened the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Hooker's going to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll sneak it, Hooker. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Landry now on the return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, Hooker. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
But now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Hooker to throw. And this one too low. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory.